welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. I have a 5-card spread here. This is going to be a request. Someone requested for me to do this. It's on Fergie and Josh, why they broke up. I don't really follow them, but someone asked for this, so I decided I would tap into their energy and do this. I like to say this video is not made for kids. If you're under the age of 18, please click off now. This is my brand channel. Please do not attempt to copy any of my work. Also, y'all, it's late. I work at a hospital. I am a frontline worker. For those of you that don't know that, today was an extremely hard, emotional day because we've had a lot of sick people, y'all. This pandemic, it's not going anywhere. It's only getting worse, and it's literally taking a toll on me because I have to wear a mask and gown up for 12 hours. And it's been so hard. You have no idea what it's like to wear a mask for 12 hours straight without taking it off. And it's getting to me. I want this pandemic to pass and, just be over with. But hopefully with God, with us praying and God's help, it'll pass soon. So let's get started with this reading. And then I had to come home and deal with some drama as well. I had a friend that I kind of feel like she's did me dirty. And we'll talk about that later, but it just made me feel really emotional talking to her today. So I'm going to try to get through this reading. Okay, so I try to pick up Fergie and Josh's energy. I feel like when they first met, it was mainly lust for him. I don't feel like he was attracted to her, but in a lustful way. Because they're total opposites. She's really out there wild and crazy, and he's more of the conservative type. And sometimes they say opposites attract, and they do, but then in the long run, they don't end up together because they have too many differences, You got to kind of be with someone that's more like you than a total opposite. And for them two, they were just total opposites from each other. So I do see that they had a lot of, throughout their years of marriage, they had a lot of fighting because we have the 5 of Wands here, and that's scattered energy. So I feel like they didn't just fight about one thing. I feel like they fought about a lot of things, about their marriage, their finances, the way he was, the way she was with each other, the things that he did, the things that she did. So there was a lot of fighting between them. It wasn't like an even energy for them. There was a lot of ups and downs. I see that they also had fights about being gone. At first it did work out. In the very beginning, they would make their schedule, try to work it out, be together, and I do feel like they loved each other, but they both came from different worlds. They lived in different worlds, and when they got together, they really weren't in one world. She was different than him, and he was different than her. So I don't feel like it. I feel like they grew apart. And then they had trouble in between. So here we have the 4 of Cups. So I feel like this is him, because I feel like she was, this is the hand of the universe, offering a cup of love. And I feel like she offered him everything, that she could probably offer him. But in a way he accepted it, and in a way he didn't. He wanted family and stuff, and she wasn't like that. I know that there was a child in there that they both took care of, but she wasn't really the mother type, and he was the father type. I think he wanted more of a settled down type of environment, and she wasn't like that, So I kind of feel like one would accept something for a little while and then back down on it, So I don't feel like they were in the same realm as far as family oriented. I don't feel like they were that way. I feel like no matter how much one offered the other one something, and it would go back and forth, one would refuse. Or one would try to accept it, but in the long run, it didn't work out because they were too different. They were too different from each other. I know that he wanted kids and family, but I don't think that she ever did. I don't think that was her thing, I do know that in her career, and then after some of the things happened between them, that she used to make songs about his infidelity, because I know that there was some infidelity there. Yeah. So let's go on with the cards. So here we have the Tower. So this was their first blow up. This was the first blow up that they had, and it was unexpected because she didn't expect him to cheat or to be with somebody else. She kind of always thought that he would be faithful. But I do see that that he cheated with someone. I think it had to do with a strip club, because I know that I heard that somewhere, that it had to do with a strip club, and he went with a stripper. I don't know if he denied it or she denied it or something like that, but it had to do with a stripper. And from that point on, you know, it was unexpected for her. She didn't really, never expected for him to do something like this. So it was like a big blow up. See, here we have the lightning bolt hitting the tower and the people are flying out. So that's the energy it was for her. It just blew up in her face, you know. But from that point on, she resented him. I feel like even though she forgave him and, you know, was with him, I feel like she always had some type of resentment for him. She didn't really trust him anymore. And so that love that she felt for him, you know, was like teeter-totter. It wasn't really on an even scale, because she didn't no longer trust him. She feared for what he might do when she wasn't around. So I do fear, I mean, I do see that she might have sent people to watch him, like when she was out of town doing a show or whatever. I feel like she would send people to go watch him without him knowing it, you know, to see what he was up to, if he was with cheating and all that. And he would, you know, he was a big old flirt. He would flirt with women. I feel like he was addicted to just flirtation, because here we have the card of addictions right underneath the Tower. Okay, so anyway, when she caught him with this woman, the woman that supposedly he was with at the strip club, this is what happened. This is the breakup card, the card of breakup and hardship, and there's a third party, you know. This is her and him and the other woman. So it caused her to have deep heartbreak. I don't know if she ever showed it or not, but in the inside, you know, she had terrible deep heartbreak. It caused her a lot of sorrow and pain, suffering. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm tired. It's like midnight here. So from that point on, she didn't trust him no more. So she would send out people, you know, to go check up on him, to see what he was doing. Yeah, she just didn't trust him. He was a player. I do see that he was a player, even though he was this man that was family oriented. He was still a player at heart. You know, he still liked women. He just loved women, even though he doesn't look that way or didn't play that part. Well, here's a devil right next to him, right underneath the Tower and right next to heartbreak. So this is the card of addictions. So I'm seeing that he is addicted to women, and I do see that he was probably addicted. I don't know what's on my hand. What is that? It looks like a thread or something. Sorry. He was addicted to women. Like, he would flirt with them. You know, when she wasn't around, he would whisper things to them, things like that. So, and I know that she was aware of that, or she would send people out to check up on him, and they would see that, and they would report that back to her, you know. And I see that she would confront him about it, but he would just deny it. He would be in denial. Allegedly, I gotta say the word allegedly, because this is YouTube, and they like for us to use that word. I don't like using that word because it makes me feel like my work is not credible, you know, because my work is credible. But I always say allegedly when I'm talking about other people. So allegedly, this is what happened, okay? I think it's stupid that I have to say that word. Yeah, so as time went on, you know, she would see more and more of this, or people would report back to her of the things he was doing. Just the way he would act around women was bothersome to her. It would bother her. She didn't like that he would be flirtatious and act a certain way around women. She felt like he should be at home waiting for her, you know, thinking about her, but he wasn't. He'd be out flirting with someone at a bar, or flirting with someone at a restaurant, or whatever, whispering in their ear or whatever. So that's what pretty much led to their breakup, is after the first cheating, you know, and he got caught. Even though he denied it, he got caught. You know, she never trusted him again, and she even though she stayed with him, you know, she would send people out to check on him. So that was the final straw for her. She after she gathered up all her information about what was going on, what he was doing, she realized that this was him right here in this energy. She realized that he was always going to be that way. You know, he wasn't really all that faithful to her. Even cheating is being unfaithful. Even if you don't have sex with someone, cheating is still being unfaithful. If someone's going to be faithful to you, they're not going to flirt with someone else. There is such thing as harmless flirting, but when you do it all the time to every woman you see, then you have an addiction. You have a problem. And that's exactly what he had, or has even now. So that's what led her to, you know, not want to be with him, break up, divorce, or whatever, is that she finally knew in her heart and in her mind that he was always going to be this way, that he wasn't going to change. And that's not what she wants. She doesn't want to be in a relationship to where she can't even trust the man, that every time he goes out, he's going to be flirting or whispering in somebody's ear. So that's what led to their breakup. That's the real reason right there, is that what led. It's like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. She just did not like that anymore. She wasn't going to stand for it anymore. She felt like she deserved something better, you know, better than that. And she don't deserve that. No woman deserves for their man to be out cheating and whispering in someone's ear, flirting, you know, all this harmless flirting. Well, it's not that harmless if it's hurting somebody else, you know. I feel like there is no such thing as harmless flirting. A lot of people say that, oh, it's just a little harmless flirtation. No, if you flirt, you flirt. If you're a cheater, you're a cheater. There's more than one way to cheat. You know, having sex, a lot of people say, oh, I didn't have sex with them, so I'm not cheating. No, you still cheated even if you showed interest in another person and flirted with them, you know, whispered in their ear, or just gave them that type of attention like you wanted them. To me, that's cheating, all right? So that's what basically led to their breakup. This is a short reading, y'all, because it's very, very late here. It's after midnight, and I really need to get to bed. Tomorrow, I'm going to go live, and I'll do some live free tarot card readings. And I'll talk to y'all more about this subject here, and then any other subject that you want to talk about. But I got home from work late today. As you know, I am a frontline worker. Today was an extremely emotional day, and I'm sick and tired of wearing that mask on my face for 12 hours, not to mention the mask, the shields, the goggles. In fact, we have two masks. We have the COVID mask, and then I have the hospital mask on top of that, and then you have your goggles, and then you have a plastic shield over your face. Your head is completely covered, your feet are completely covered, and then you wear a plastic gown that's so hot. And you're like that for most of the day, and I can barely breathe when I'm in that mask. I just want to rip it off of my face, you know. And today was an emotional day because of, you know, everything we had to go through. And then when I got home, I had a little bit more drama with one of my best friends, you know, and that kind of hurt me, you know. It kind of hurt me, so I almost didn't do this video. I wasn't going to do it, but then I decided to go ahead and do a short one. So this is it for now. All right, y'all. I promise you I'll do a better one tomorrow. But right now I'm going to go. Thanks for watching, y'all. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. If you want a personal reading, contact me with the information down below, and I'll get back at you, okay? Peace and love to everyone. Bye-bye.